problem states that Brian says the fraction 1/2 and 1/4 are the same size because they both have the number 1 in the numerator. Angie says that he is wrong, and that the two fractions 1/4 and 2/4 are the same size because they both have 4 in the denominator. And the question asks who is right, and the answer would be nobody. So if we look at our square here, which when put together makes one full square, we have 4 parts. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. And we learned that the fraction bar in a fraction is also equal to a division problem. So 1/4 would be 0.25, 2/4 would be 1/2, 3/4 would be 0.75, or 3/4, and 4/4 would be 1. So 1/4 and 1/2 are not equal, and neither are 1/4 and 2/4, because those 2/4 also equals 1/2. That first demonstration may have been a little confusing to some students, so now instead of using pattern blocks, we're going to be using fraction bars. And so we have a blue rod up here, which represents one whole. We have 2 brown bars, which each represent a half because we have 2 of them, and together they make 1. And then below that, we have 4 yellow bars, which each equal 1/4 because we have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. And as we learned in the last section, 4/4, so 4 divided by 4 equals 1. So when you put the yellow bar together, the brown bars together, and move down the blue bar, they all are the same length, meaning they all mean the same final number. And so Brian said that 1/2, which is the brown bar, was equal to 1/4. And even though they do have the same numerator, as we can see, they are not equal. However, Angie said that 1/4 and 2/4 were equal down here because they have the same denominator. We can still see that is not correct, as 2/4 is double the size as 1/4. Okay, and for those students who kind of struggle using manipulatives, we can also show this equation and problem that neither Brian nor Angie are correct as in their statements. And so we can use a number line to show this as well. So if we take our first number line and divide it into 4 equal parts, over here, we obviously have 1/4. Right here we have 2/4. Right here we have 3. Sorry, it's kind of hard to do over here. 3/4. And over here we have 1 or 4/4. And 2/4 is also equal to 1/2. And so if we take another color and we use pink, and Brian says that the fraction 1/2, which would be right here, is equal to 1/4, because they have the same numerator, we can obviously see that these do not line up. They are not directly on top of each other. And if we move down here to line number 2, and we write the same numbers as we did last time, 1/4, 1/2, 3/4. The 3 is really tricky to write. And a 1. And we take our orange marker, and Angie said that 1/4 and 2/4, which is also equal to 1/2 if we do the division, are equal because they both have 4 in the denominator. We know that is not true because, once again, they do not line up on top of each other.